Hey guys, David from That Dude in Blue here. Today we're at the TheRetrofitSource, one of the greatest places to get custom headlights for your vehicle. And I'm here with Matt.
Hey.
And he has a giant box, which I don't know what's inside, so I'm excited. Matt, what do you have for me today?
Right now I've got the Generation 2 of the XB LED headlights from Morimoto, just for the 18 on up F-150. We're gonna hook you guys up with these things. Put them right here. I'm gonna drop these things right here and let you have at it, man.
Not gonna help with the install at all?
Nah.
I've never done this before. Okay. Anyway, so this is a 2019 Ford F-150. They did a really good job with the shape of these OEM headlights. They're pretty menacing looking, mean looking, much better than the previous ones. But today, we're gonna utterly transform the front end of this truck with these Morimoto headlights. All right, so these are the super aggressive but beautiful headlights that we're gonna install on this 2019 F-150. Couldn't be more excited because just look at the projectors in this thing. It's gonna be super bright, but not too bright. Not gonna be blinding other drivers or anything like that, but your visibility is gonna be much better and have a much better aggressive look. So we're gonna install these and we're gonna show you step by step how it's done. All right, so we are gonna be taking the bumper essentially off to install these headlights. It sounds intimidating and it sounds like a pain, but it's really not all that bad. And we're gonna show you why. There we go. EcoBoost. All right, first things first, there is a plastic tray right above your radiator, etc., that you're gonna take off, and it's just push pins really. Other than that, it's very simple. Take a push pin tool and you're gonna go under it just as so. They're very easy to break if you're not careful. All right, so you notice the front of the tray is now loose, and I was about to pull hard on it. Don't do that, because right behind this little ridge on the tray, there's push pins right here as well that are very easy to miss. And then same exact thing, but just don't miss these guys on the backside. All right, then the satisfying part of just lifting it. Is there another one? No, there's not. Okay, we're good. And then you just take this, set it to the side. Okay, so the next step after doing the tray on top is to go down towards your fender. And you're gonna have just one 7mm right here that we're gonna remove. Still going. Basically, this holds in this clip right here. All right, now that we have removed this screw, essentially you're gonna take this part of the fender and then you're gonna pull basically kind of out and then at a diagonal angle right here, because the clip, it's a big clip. So basically it's gonna make a real nasty sound. It's gonna feel like you're gonna break it. Okay, so once we're at this step where you see the two clips, take your pry tool or your push pin tool, put it in this little indentation right here. Then you'll start getting this to separate from the top. Come on. Try not to snap anything. Okay, there. Now we have separation here, and we're starting to get it under the headlight. Okay, so this is probably one of the trickiest parts of it. Installing this, you need basically use a pick, and there's gonna be 8 of these clips kind of deep dug in there. You're gonna be able to see them with a flashlight if you kind of creep in there, but take a pick, push them down, and just kind of work them out, and be careful, because these are probably pretty easy to break if you're too hard on them. But then after that, this piece comes off and you have a naked area right under this. All right, so now we're gonna work on removing the grill. Now there's an 8mm down here and also on the other side, and then there's a few 10mm up at the top. I think there's 4 10mm at the top. So let's get to it. Switching sides. All right, so now after you've done all that, you take this harness, you unclip it just like that, very easy. You don't need a tool or anything like that. take your push pin, and then there's going to be basically a push pin clip holding the harness in place. Yeah, so this one's a little bit more stubborn because it has more to it than the push pins from earlier today. So now you can finally actually remove the grill. Take your hands, one at the top, one at the bottom, give it a nice tug straight, just like that. I accidentally hurt myself, but you probably won't. Same story on the other side. Now this grill does have a ton of tension on it, so when you're pulling, it's gonna feel like it wants to snap, so be careful. But also there's this rubber piece that you don't ever notice before you remove everything, and it's gonna get kind of stuck on this part. Make sure to check the rubber and also check a little bit of the inside right under the bottom part of the headlight, because there's kind of a clipping point where it wants to get stuck as well. There we go, okay. Movie magic. All right, so give it one last good tug. Comes right off. All right, so we are in the home stretch. Basically, we have a few bolts to take out. You're gonna need basically what you had earlier, your impact or whatever ratchet you have, needle nose, and your push pin again. So we're gonna remove these first. And there's also another one, I'm just gonna get this out of the way before we start, behind this thing we pulled out earlier. You're basically gonna have to tug in there and get it. It's kind of awkward, but if you have one of these guys, it's a breeze. All right, so. By the way, I have never done this before, and the only reason I have any idea what I'm doing is that I have an install guide from the TRS website, which is incredibly helpful. I'd be a lost puppy right now if I didn't have it, so definitely check that out if you're having trouble. Now, push pin tool. And the best way to find this push pin, it's directly behind this fender. If you're still having trouble, look at this square on this clip, go directly horizontal this way, and it's gonna be right behind it, kind of at this point. Well, there it goes, just like that. Okay, so basically directly where my flashlight's going, right here, you're gonna take your needle nose. There's gonna be these two prongs like this with my fingers. And you're gonna take the needle nose and you're gonna squeeze them together from the outside down like this. Take the needle nose, you go in, you squeeze it, and then once that's squeezed, you start pulling on these clips. There's a bunch of clips on top of this. This is essentially one of the big mounts for the headlight they have to remove. Got it. Whew. That was satisfying. I thought that was gonna be way harder than it was. All right, after you've moved this guy, look directly under the headlight, look straight down. You're gonna have a 10 and an 8 right here. You're just gonna remove them. Easy as that. You can tell that everything is loosened up now that we've done everything. Oh, there we go. Bam. Just like that, making progress. All right, before we can slide the OEM headlight out, you have 2 10s and 1 push pin on the left. Okay, just kind of working it out. There we go. Just like that. So I was gonna show you, but it was literally that easy. It took me half a second. Take a pry tool or something. There's an air dam right under the headlight, and you'll see that there was a clip where the bolt was. So push down, just like that. Okay, moment of truth. See if I did everything right. Okay, so the only thing holding in the headlight now is essentially a clip with a metal ball. You're gonna pull straight out. Don't tug this way or that way. So take it kind of from the bottom. Oh. Okay, gently. Okay, now we have the harnesses in the back, and just kind of push down on this clip right on top. Take one, that was very easy. Typically, if it's a newer vehicle, it's not as bad. Take that, oh, look at that, and then boom. Your headlight is officially removed. Okay, so before we can ditch the OEM headlight, see this plastic piece right here? We're gonna remove it and then transfer it to our new headlight. That way it can actually be mounted and not with your imagination. So basically, you're gonna take a T20 Torx bit, and there's only 3 of them on the bottom. Easy peasy, not stressful at all. Same thing for the other side. All right, now we have the big boy headlight. We're gonna set it down. Basically do what we just did in reverse. We're gonna take this and then just mount it on the bottom, put it on. Okay, now that we have the plastic piece installed, now we need to implement a daytime running light harness, also known as a DRL. I want to point out that when you get these in the box, you're not going to get any moisture in these, which is a huge thing for aftermarket headlights. So I'm very impressed with the fit and finish of that as well. Next, you're going to run the wiring harness for the DRL to the fuse box. Make sure to remove fuse 36 as indicated in the install guide, also the 10A red fuse. Or you could just hire TRS Valve to do it for you, which I got lucky today. So essentially what he's doing is he's running the shorter end of the DRL harness to the passenger side headlight coming down through here, and then the longer side to the driver's side headlight. You give a little bit of slack, get it all tucked in position where you kind of sort of want it, mock it up, and then once you're happy with it, zip tie it and tuck it. That way it's not going all over the place and the fit and finish looks more OEM than before. So we got these bad boys ready to install, and with turn signals on these headlights, you have two options. You have sequential and non-sequential. I'm gonna do it sequential. I personally like it, looks cooler, and it feels like I did something to the truck and made it look modified. And it just looks cool, let's be honest. So this little harness right here, if you want sequential, leave it unplugged. If you plug it in, it'll be solid for the turn signal. If you leave it unplugged, it's sequential for the turn signal. There's one, that's the DRL. There's that. Make sure that's on there nice and snug. All right, and finally, there's one tucked back with 2 and 2. All right, I gotta click. All right, just finished plugging all these in. Now, before you reinstall these lights and do everything over again, make sure to test them, because imagine putting all the body stuff back on and then realizing that you didn't plug something in all the way. So make sure to test it out first. Val, let's test it out. Let's see if they light up. Projectors are on, daytime running lights on, blinkers on. Let's get a turn signal. Sequential turn signals on. Brights are on. Sweet, DRLs are on. And just like that, we can actually put these into the truck now. All right, so we got the Morimoto headlights installed. I could not be happier. The fit and finish is great. The install was plug and play as they promised, because a lot of the times when you hear a company say things are plug and play and then you have to splice stuff in, or the plugs don't want to work right, or there's a possibility of moisture getting into the lenses. Every single thing that I was checking for that might be a problem or might potentially be intimidating installing it, stress-free, it was easy. It was like literally a piece of cake. I'm stuttering because it was that easy of an install. Pulling off a bumper can always seem very intimidating when you're installing a part. It just looks intimidating. But pulling off push pins and 10 mils and 8 mils and some 7 mils, that's literally all it takes. You need an impact, a push pin tool, and you're pretty much good to go. And needle nose pliers. That was all we needed. But the install, the fit and finish, easy as can be. I couldn't believe how simple it was. And when you remove those factory headlights and you compare them to these, it's like a night and day difference. Like, it's to the point where when I turn on my headlights, even during the day, I can see some of the light reflecting off of Jersey barriers and stuff on the highway. That just shows that your visibility at night is gonna be a ton better than these factory headlights. And it looks a million times better. Aesthetically, it's so much more pleasing. They don't look like 30-year-old headlights slapped on a modern truck. We have kind of completed the look of the front end. The headlights were the one dated thing, especially up front. And by the way, these do come with matching fog lights as well if you want to complete the entire look of the front. But these headlights are the real deal. Definitely check them out, and Could not be happier with the experience.